I've been re-listening again to one of the most acclaimed Latin slash Hispanic artists of all time, Jose Jose. He has a lot of sad songs, and I think I have saturated my brain to the point where I don't cry when I listen to one as loud as I possibly can with my portable speaker in the room, and instead I start to sing very loudly. Neighbors love me, and the singers despise me for my incredible skills. But hey, anyways, one of his most famous songs that I love is called El Amar y El Querer, which roughly translates to love and to like. There are memes saying Spanish love and like, or this song is different than other words trying to describe that feeling, and it's kind of true. The best way I can describe it is querer being you like someone, you don't love them, but you like them, kinda. Amar is love, a strong feeling of love, like you imagine a future, kids, house, the picket fence set up, dying together. And it got me thinking, mainly about relationships. And not just relationships where you date to marry, date to fuck, whatever. Any and all sorts of relationships, friendships, workships, partnerships. And I started to think about connection and why I'm still talking to a person. Perfect topic for the episode. I've had problems trying to connect with people and figuring out when to leave and when to stay. I think I'm a little emotionally unstable, in all honesty, sometimes feeling too much, and other times nothing at all. And that's what may be the deciding factor for the other person to leave me instead of me taking initiative. And that's hard to say. Hard to say when exactly one should stay and one should go. Everyone has their own situations to take into consideration, their own reasons as to why they did what they did, and their own lives to go on about. But how about we start over a little bit, just so we're all on the same page? Especially me. I think I'm a little lost. Like that one song, I don't remember the song name, but it's like, should I stay or should I go? That's what I'm trying to get at for this episode. My personal reasoning for making this into a video is how I made friends with certain people and trying to see what I should do if we don't talk as often, we don't see each other. I have my personal reasons for attachment or to give them space, whatever. Before you come to any conclusion, I think the main question to ask yourself as the deciding factor would be what will change in your life? What will happen if this person is no longer there for you, or vice versa? What about them made you stay with them in the first place? And what about them changed that made you think about keeping your distance or just completely cutting them off? Taking that time to realize how your choices is about to affect your future is important. You can just make a decision on the spot, and sometimes life will just turn out like that where you don't have that time to think it over and make the excuse me and make the deciding move right there, right now. But let's say you have time to think about it. Take some time to think it over, see what is going to change, and that you can live with that change. Another thing to ask yourself, especially if it's through a tough time, would be are they needing any help? Or maybe applicable to you? Maybe am I needing help from them? They may be an important person in your life that you learn from, that you see their flaws and mistakes, but can live through that. There are people that support you through every step of the way, and the fact that I've seen a lot of posts and people's experiences saying that they don't do the same for them is honestly depressing. Knowing that you may be one of their main pillars, their outlook on life, and the fact that you give them a lame ass excuse to just not be there for them physically, emotionally, spiritually, however else, that's shameful. And what I think is a reason behind why people just leave others in their time of need is the lack of communication. We as humans face trouble trying to talk to others as to what exactly we want from them, for us, and we keep it to ourselves. Or maybe post it in hopes that others get the message in a somewhat subtle but not really way. Wink, wink, nah, I'm joking. There may be other reasons, but I see that as one of the main issues, not only for making compromises, staying or leaving, but for a lot of things really. I have my fair shares of not talking to people when I need it. Maybe so do you. That's something I need to work on, but nonetheless, the point that I got distracted from is communicate with that other person. Make sure you make them feel known and not alone. And if maybe it's the other way around, make sure to ask them or give them a little push into trying to get their attention for help. Personally, I'm in the boat right now where I'm trying to figure out where I am with most of my friends. Don't get me wrong, they are my friends for a reason, and most likely the reason that they all share is that I love being around them and can be myself when it's the right time. But for some people, I feel like it can't work out the way that I want it to be. I want to get closer to some, farther from others, and maybe can't push myself to start that move, or I'm in a situation where I see them so often, I feel like if I were to change it now, it's going to mess up the whole environment and relationship that we have. Up to your decision. Again, this is all purely speculative, as well as just as information as I can possibly be, given the circumstances that I am a 21-year-old uni dropout that doesn't have a clear cut plan for my future still, trying to help you out. You cannot have everything you want in your life, and that sometimes is not a choice by you. But what you can do is decide what's good for you and for the other person you still have in your life. Reignite bonds, strengthen the relationship that you already have with that one close friend. Maybe let go of some of that seem harmful. But you take that action now. Don't wait for it to become later and they decide that for you, which leads into a spiral of self doubt and feeling lost into what you have done, questioning if everything you did really mattered and whatnot. It's a struggle to see when your friend leaves you or when you do it to them. But as Frank Sinatra's song goes, that's life. You're not gonna have the same sets of friends that you grew up with in that little barrio of yours, neighborhood, and see them grow up alongside you. And it's a hard truth. I, I've had friends that I grew up with, re-encounter in high school, and felt so distant from them, no matter how badly I want to reconnect. But you move on. You let them go and let them make friends and relationships that you're not able to see, but let them be. I think that's about as much as I can say for this episode, in all honesty. As always, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao. Es que amar y querer no es igual. Amar es sufrir, querer es gozar.